I'm crying. I'm hysterical, trying to put my clothes on. He's trying to touch me and pet me up like, oh, I'm just so sorry that I made you feel this way. Now, didn't really have any compassion in his voice, any of that kind of stuff. So I was like, don't touch me. So I drive myself to the airport. He was like, I'll drive you. I was like, I said, I'll take my chances. I drive myself to the airport. I get there. Blood pressure is off the charts to the point they're like, ma'am, you're about to have a stroke. You got to calm down. And I really couldn't even talk. So they were like, you got to calm down. So they call my doctor. We get the medicine. They try to get it under control. So I'm there for a couple of hours. So I come home and he's sitting on the couch eating Cheetos like ain't shit happened, right? Then comes in like, oh, what they say? And I was like, they said, they got my pressure, kind of down because it went all the way down. They said, go see a doctor in the morning. So that night I could not sleep. I cried all night long to the point when I got up that morning, I really couldn't even see. My eyes were so swollen. So I'm tore up, right? So I go out later that morning. He's upstairs. I come upstairs because I slept in another bedroom. He's around here like, like like, he having a good day and shit. Like, his burdens is light. Mine heavy, but his is light. So, I come up and then he's out in our family room and I was like, look, I said, I don't know. And I'm still in a state of confusion. So I was like, I don't know what happened last night. And I was like, I don't know what I've done wrong. Because by this time I'm blaming myself. I was like, I know I'm getting older, but I try to keep myself up. I try to look nice, do whatever I can as a wife. I was like, I've tried my best. So I don't even know what I could have done or what I can do. So I'm taking the blame. And he was like, oh, it's not you. Like, it's not you. So, but I'm like, no, like, it's gotta be me. He was like, no, he's like, you're a good wife. You've been a really good wife. So I was like, well, I'll tell you what. I was like, I'm confused here. I say, so what we need to do, I was like, I think we need to sell the house. Let's move away, try to start over. You go to counseling. I go to counseling. We do some counseling and we start over. So he was kind of like real smug with it. Like, well, if that's what you want, like, yeah, we can do that. So I was like, well, what about her? Are you going to stop seeing her? So he paused for like 20 seconds and kind of tilted his head to the side. He was like, I ain't gonna tell you I'm gonna stop seeing her. And I was like, then you want a divorce? He was like, oh, I don't want a divorce. He was like, I ain't gonna let nobody fuck up my money. And I was blown away. Y'all, when he hit me with I don't want a divorce, but I'm gonna keep seeing her because I ain't gonna let nobody fuck up my money. Let me tell you something. That was definitely the wrong answer and told me everything I needed to know about him, about the marriage, and what I needed to do next. So for the next couple of days, I'm still in a state of confusion. And I remember once I found the girl's name, I went to Instagram, good old Instagram, you go look there, you find anything. So I look up her name, I see her, and I'm really like feeling down. I'm like, oh my God, like she's beautiful. He wants him someone younger, like I ain't all that, So I'm just tearing my ass up. So, my girls called later that day. My best friend called that morning and was checking in on me and I was trying to hide it from her, but I couldn't. So I'm like in a ball of tears, tell her what's happened. She's in a state of shock. And usually she always got something to say, but she was left speechless. So she calls my other girlfriend. She calls. We all in a state of shock. Everybody's tore to pieces. So that day, after, I tell them what happened and everything, everybody, we just call it, we all were shocked. So the next day I go and meet with them because I see this girl on Instagram and I'm telling them about it. So they asked me to come out to have lunch with them, my two girlfriends. So, because they needed to tell me something. So, and I bring it up. I was like, well, I see her pictures on Instagram. And I was like, she's pretty. And they were like, girl, she ain't all that damn pretty. Like, that's filters and plastic surgery and a whole bunch of other shit. Like, girl, it ain't even all that. And they were like, and kind of, it's like, we ain't trying to offend you. Y'all actually kind of favor each other. Like, she may be the younger version of you. So I'm thinking, like, I don't look like her. Like, that girl's, pretty. Like, I don't look like that. So in the interim, I was like, well, at least I said they don't have any pictures of themselves up on her Instagram. So my girlfriends was like, that's why we needed to meet with you. Because they were like, there is a picture out there. So by this time, y'all, I'm devastated. So our food tries to come. We have papados, Food comes. I'm so distraught from tears and looking a hot mess. Couldn't really even eat. And we went into how bad off I was. You know you bad off when you can't do this. We needed to pray over our food. I couldn't even put my hands together to pray. I have never had that to happen. I couldn't even pray. I literally put my head down on the table while they were saying a prayer and cried. And basically they made me try to eat because I really could not eat anything. So it was just a complete mess. So when I get home, my husband, he was actually gone. I think he was gone, but he claimed he had a trip or something. And then he tells me when he did come home, like, well, I need to talk to you because I think we need a little break. So he was like, you need a break so you can think about some things. And I was like, huh? Like, I need to think about some things. He was like, yeah, you need a break so you can think about some things. So yeah, to add insult to injury, he tells me he needs to go away for 3 to 6 months for me to think about some things and to think some things over. And I was like, I need to think some things over. I was like, I don't need to think about anything. He was like, yeah, I need to go away so you can think about some things. So I'm like, okay. And this is a straw that broke the camel's back when he said this. And I knew that this man actually had no love for me and that he had been planning and plotting for a long time. He was like, yeah, and if you find somebody in that 3 to 6 month time frame, I'll understand. Now, who tell their spouse that? If they really love you, they don't want you all sleeping with nobody else. Not if everybody normal, ain't nobody sick or doing anything like that. So I knew then, I was like, I don't have but one other option. Divorce is the only option for me. And I tell you, I prayed about it, asked God about it. And when I tell you, he was sending me signs. If you listen, he will send you signs. And he sent me sign after sign after sign, y'all. So I did. I filed for divorce. And each day I've gotten stronger. And I think my husband thought that, I don't know what he thought about me or what kind of person I was, but because he knew how I felt about infidelity. And I always used to tell him, hey, if something ever happens, tell me on the front end. Because I'm going to hurt one way or the other, on the front end, on the back end. Just let me know. But don't play me for no fool. So he thought he got boo-boo the fool over here. So I was like, okay. And for Miss Girl that you saw in the video, yeah, she knew about me. He would have her at restaurants, hotels, games, had other women serving me my drinks. They'd feet under my table speaking to me. And he's sleeping with all these women. That is humiliating, y'all. So, you know what? I was like, if you give me shit to taste, I'm going to let you taste it back. So to the airport video. Yeah, I was shocked. I was dismayed because that was my first time seeing them. I knew eventually that I would see them out somewhere. It's Atlanta, and hey, it's a small town. So it's a big town, but it's a small town too. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try my best to be classy and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes that just don't work. Because when you go in a gutter, when people go gutter with you, and I have to apologize to Michelle Obama. Girl, when you said that, when they go low, we go high. That ain't my motto. Because when they go low, I go lower. I go gutter. I'm going gutter. I'm going to swim down with the rats with your ass. So I was like, okay, yeah. So she knew. And she was on Instagram sending all her little subliminal messages and all of that. Like, yeah, okay. I got you, girl. But y'all, when all this is over, I got a little story to tell about her and the rest of his story too. Our story. It's actually our story. This is my story to tell. So I'll share more with you all. But let me tell you something. It's a cautionary tale. If you all want to move on, just say you want to move on, y'all. Because if you fuck around, you definitely going to find out. And just like him, my husband got the 1 and the 2. Be good. Y'all hear from me later. Bye.
I'm laughing because it kind of correlates to what pretty much our conversation we just had about dating older women and younger older women dating younger men
It's
and
crazy.
older men dating younger women. I
Uh,
keep saying most of the time men don't like dating women their own age, even though it's preferred. Men don't like doing it because dating a woman they all your similar age you're gonna have these type of issues. Prime example: the woman's older. He wants to go out. He wants to have a good time. He want to be younger again. She's not able to do those things because she's gonna get tired. She's not able to go to the club like she used to. She want, baby, I want to go home. I want to lay my head down. Nah, I want to be up all night. Especially with a man, we have our menopause days that how we be like, man, we getting older, so we're about to leave this earth. So I want to make sure I live the life to my fullest. She won't be able to do those things. So now he found a younger woman, which most men do, a young woman that's down for the program, that's able to have those assignments, that's able to have those fun, and she's not able to keep up. And it's sad to say because that woman's not ugly at all. She's a gorgeous woman. But the man he's seeing her and say, nah, you're not the new 30-year-old woman. You she can do whatever in case she go get surgery, you can do whatever, but you're not the new 30-year-old. The new 30-year-old women are looking good out here. Those are the women I prefer. But to me, I think he's an idiot because I think that woman is a gorgeous looking woman. But at the same time, some guys they don't see what they have until it's gone. So to him, you know, it happens a lot in marriages. A lot of women tend to find out that their husbands have mistresses. It's nothing new. Men been doing that for years. To me, I always say it's good for a man to be straight up honest with their wife. Don't hear something to your wife. Tell her the truth. If you want to have another woman in your relationship, let the woman know. You never know. She may be down for the program. If not, like she said, give me the option so I'll go ahead and file for divorce. When you go out there and be sneaky with it and be nasty with it, that one you're gonna tend to hurt somebody that you really truly care about. All right, I understand what the guy's going through right now because I get it. Because guys go through those stages where it's that menopause stage. Where you're like, man, I'm getting older, big dog. I want to live life to the fullest, man. I got all this money, I got all this wealth. I want to be able to enjoy it because when I'm gone, I'm not gonna be able. So let me go ahead. Let me. But it's the way he did it. It's just fun. I don't know if she's telling the whole story. It's just the way he did it. She's like,
She's not.
I, I, I'm taking a break. He said, literally, I'm taking a break between the 6 months to take a break. So, but I get, I kind of believe it though. I
No, no,
kind
I
of
believe
believe
it
it
too.
because that type of high power man would do something like that. But go ahead, Hakeem. Let me hear your
So,
take.
so, so here's the funny thing is, I did a little research. So she actually deserved. I don't say she deserved it, but when you play with fire, you're gonna get burnt. So technically, the woman he's messing with, she's also married as well. The young Instagram girl, she's married too. And what I read was this. There was somebody said the gag is they have been married for 28 years. And when she met him, he was married to his first wife. The guy she's complaining, she was married when he met him. And this is too much. So the same way he got him is the same way she lose him. So now she's not telling people everything about how they met and how their situations progressed to where it's at. I always tell this. When in a relationship, red flags always fly up. We get so comfortable, we just ignore them. You know your husband ain't right. If you've been with him that many years and he's moving a certain kind of way, he's bobbing and weaving different, you know he's up to something. That's the time to attack it before it leaps over. And we know there's telltale signs. If y'all don't sleep together often, sometimes y'all not in the same bed. He's going on trips by yourself. If you know him spend a lot of time together, and that's what it is. He says, never tell your friends and family you're leaving your spouse because they'll have a relationship with your friend and family also. It's a fact. That's a fact. He said, as a married man, you are truly not committing to your wife if you feel the need to for another. Be an adult and speak about this instead of cheating. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
I agree
facts.
with
Go ahead
that.
on that. I agree
I
with
agree
that.
with that
Facts.
because we want straight marriages here. We're not playing you sleeping around and stuff because this how broken homes is. But Joe don't hurt him. She met him when he was married first to another woman. We don't know how that situation transpired. So, because you got a lot of women who meet men, they're married, and they tend to leave their wife to be with the other woman, and they stay together. The same situation translate. Don't date married men. If his situation's not over, leave him alone. You don't want that type of karma. If you're married or you're legally married and you're separated, I still don't want nothing to do with you. Because I take my vows serious and the covenant of a relationship, I take it serious. I need my own woman, not leftovers. No,
Women love, but women do love married men. They do.
they do.
They search for them. They look for them because they see when they see married man, they see formal commitment. Then the guy that's not married. Look at
Listen,
this guy. This guy's in Atlanta. Oh, well, Atlanta, there's some highly elite black people there. So, he's in Atlanta and, he's walking around there like he's big honcho. He's married, he got all this money. I don't know how true that is. He got money. I'm just going by what she said. But you think women ain't gonna try to holler at him every single day?
you say what?
You think women ain't gonna try to holler at him every single day? He's a
Oh,
high, powerful man.
100%. But you have to have the discernment and the discipline not to step out your marriage. Listen, the reason why you got wealthy is because your wife was there to manage an aspect and you was able to go chase the bag. Your wife, listen, it's not a good job, but the wife always played the back seat. They played a supporting role. They sacrificed their dreams and hopes just so you can go get what you got to go. The only thing they enjoy is that piece of pie that you're able to bring back. So if she sacrificed all this in all these many years because she could be with somebody who could have been up her ass, you feel me? If you want to play games, be single. Don't come here and don't go to church and say you love God, but you double dutching.
Mm.
I don't eat devil's cake. I eat angel cake. I ain't trying. I want to be in a fulfilling relationship with somebody, and when it gets stale, we got to work through that. If I'm not hitting it right, we got to work through that.
No, that what you saying? What you saying is the truth, but is it shocking to see that I think when you marry, I thought you're supposed to have that communication with your wife and let her know exactly what's going on. How are you feeling? Like, hey, to me, if you're not feeling the marriage no more, go ahead and just get the divorce, man. Don't
That's
waste
it.
people's time. But some guys, like he say, he don't want to lose he don't want to lose his resources. But the time the business say something true. Why do you want to sell the house though? That ain't make sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. Because you want to know why, Natasha? Women are so emotional. The memory is gonna cause her to relapse in the pain she feels, knowing she's going
Oh,
in the
that makes
house.
sense.
You know what I'm trying to say? So she think is sell everything and move off while messing up your generational wealth. Because we know generational wealth comes through real estate.
That's a fact.
Most people who are rich, aside from others who become rich later on, because they have houses passed down from generation to generations.
You better preach, preach.
Or land, let's not forget, or land that been passed down that for generations to generations. So she said, let's sell the house to get away from that. So get away from the pain and the memory she felt that she's at the house where her husband, he didn't cheat there. She called him at a restaurant. So,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm trying to say? But she said maybe we should leave here and move to a whole nother city is to escape her problems, meaning that if I move, he'll move with me to a whole nother city away from that woman. I say, it's Instagram models in that next city too, no?
Oh, the girl, the
Women,
Instagram model.
yeah, she was an Instagram model.
Oh, was
Yeah.
not surprised.
You say King Cakes seasons got, yeah. So
That's facts though.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen here. There's no manual to this relationship stuff, but we should not be playing games with it though.
I agree. That was just stop playing with people's emotion. If you're not
Yeah,
feeling the lady, let the lady know. Like, hey, I'm not feeling you no more. I'm not feeling this relationship. You're not the girls that I'm into now. I'm into Instagram baddies. Cool. That's what you like. That's what you prefer. Let the lady move on and find somebody else. But don't waste people's time. But there's some women that they like to have their time wasted. I'm not gonna lie. There's some women that do like their time to be wasted. And to me, she seemed like she's one of them. But she said now she went ahead and filed for divorce. I don't know how true that
yeah,
is. You
yeah.
can't really go by what people say online anyway,
You
because everybody trying to have a viral moment.
that's it. But now she's left with the emotional stress. Now she has to go back out in the dating scene at 50. At 50.
She will find somebody. She's not ugly. That lady is nowhere
No,
near
no,
it.
no. She's not ugly, but she's not gonna find the man that she's built 28 years with. It's hard to get back out in the scene after you done been with somebody for so long, and you back at the dating scene where remember this 2024, not 1994. like like niggas, the 50-year-old niggas are different today. You
Yeah,
feel
they
me?
are. Yeah, they are.
You know what I
They
mean? They
different.
doing
Yeah,
what the 21s and the 30 and the 40-year-olds. Some of these 50-year-olds learned that all you have to do is have money and you can have sex for free.
that's facts.
You know what I mean? You don't even have to be in a relationship to have a baby no more.
Nope. The game's damn. The game different.
He says he will be himself anywhere else in the world, and if they sell the house and move, her logic does not work on that part. But thank you for explaining, gentlemen. Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? He listen. If he cheated now, he's going to cheat forever because he has the taste. He's an older man, gray hair, and I think that girl looked like she was in her 30s. In her 30s, he looked like somebody's granddaddy.
But I told you that's the conversation we was having. Our previous
Yeah,
conversation. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. But you heard what the lady said. Oh, he was taking her to restaurants, having her in hotels. She don't got to spend no money. Married men provide stability. They provide resources. They have amassed an amount of a fortune that a woman at 30 wants to enjoy. She wants the Birkin. She wants the Gucci, Louis, Prada, Fendi, Ooey.
But you don't think younger guys want the same thing with older women? When older women do the same thing, I seen older women buy guys cars, houses,
Yeah, yeah.
you name it. Well, not the
Listen,
house part, but I seen the cars and the
yeah,
clothes, but
Card.
not the house.
Shawnee O'Neal is getting backlash now. We talked about this.
Correct.
She paid a gang member to tap that ass 2 weeks before she got married to an
Correct.
older.
Facts.
Now, when an older woman does it, it makes them look desperate. When an older man does it, he has to do that. If an older man dates a young girl, it doesn't look like he's dating down because men typically date up or down.
Correct.
Women tend to date up, not down. And if she date down, we need to sit her to a room and see what's going on, or if there's something wrong up there. I'm asking, why would you be 50 dating somebody who's posted up at the corner store?
Pain. I gain pain.
Or you 50, or you dating somebody who works at McDonald's, but he makes you giggle and laugh and he gives you soft serve.
Oh,
You say,
appreciate this. Appreciate the love, Zoe.
thank you, Zoe. You say hit the like on the way with thingy. He says, men is not cheating unless you're paying her bills. Ooh, shout outs to Nidus. Why hi? Why hi? You heard what he just said.
A man is not cheating unless you paying her bills. Hmm. I had to soak that in for a minute. Yeah.
I had to soak that in. Nidus.
Night is in the building. DB. It be 50-year-old man outside the gas station asking for change though.
It,
DB, not today.
it DB, but it's true. But listen, the funny thing about what he just said. There's a woman who dating options have lowered, would take the begging 50-year-old, the begging pirate. The begging pirate. She would take him, clean him up, and put him home. I've seen situations like that. I know one personally.
Preach. I'm trying to tell you.
I've heard of one personally. Like that when I got aware of it, I'm like, damn, she's worth over 250. She got that nigga at the corner store. I'm talking about 250 liquid. This was a nigga who used to put the paper bag with the bottle of the beer.
Mm.
He said, well, she's
Well, she's
stupid.
stupid.
How you gonna be old and dusty? Listen, I'm wondering that too, DB. I'm wondering that too, but here's the thing. If a man does it, It's required. It's like we don't even mention it. If we take somebody out of if we take a girl out of Checkers and put her cleaned her up, they don't even mention it. But if she's a young woman, if she's an older woman who gets her man that sitting on you, DB, you know what I'm talking about, them niggas sitting at the crate